Hey, good morning. Good morning. It is Friday morning here on Motivated Strength. I'm your host, Shane Schultz. We do this show so that you can start your day in a motivated, positive way. That way you can take on life's challenges as they are, but more importantly, as you are right now. Now, if you happen to be new to the show, I want to say thank you for taking the time to see what we're doing here. Now, in utilizing motivated strength, how we do that is through the optimal frame of mind. I call it the optimal frame of mind because it's a higher way of thinking. That higher way of thinking will lead you to a higher level of living. Isn't that what we're all looking for in the first place? Now, I brought motivated strength to you because I know that there's a number of different challenges and struggles that are out there. Why? Because I've gone through them myself. I've gone through clinical depression. I've gone through traits of borderline personality disorder. I've gone through PTSD. I've gone through codependency, addiction, chronic nerve pain, and the list keeps going on and on. And maybe you might know something that I have been dealing with myself. You might actually feel those types of things yourself. And you might have something that I might not have those symptoms of. But still, the optimal frame of mind can still get us to where we want to be versus where it is that we might merely exist to be. See, when we're sitting there and we're existing, we're not living anymore. When we're not living and we don't have purpose, when we don't have passion, when we don't have what it is that is what we need to be and who it is that we're meant to be, it's harder and harder each day. Now, motivated strength is about helping you get to where you want to be. Now, how do we do that? Well, we utilize different topics of conversation. We utilize different ideas, right? We utilize quotes. We utilize affirmations. We utilize concepts that are to help you have a higher way of thinking. In doing that, this week, we talked about keeping our power. We talked about utilizing our power. Because believe it or not, even though that you may not feel it, you may not think it, you have the power within you to make a difference in your life. You have the power to make a difference not only for yourself, but also for others. See, we talked about how you need to give yourself permission to have the power, to be able to utilize the power that's within you. We talked about when you do have that power is that you need to be able to decide who it is that's going to be around you. Remember, the top 5 people that are around us on a daily basis, that's who it is that we adapt to their characteristics. We adapt to who it is that they might be like. So we kind of go in that way, but that gives us a lot of power. It allows us to be able to choose who it is that we really want to be. But it also does require work. Another thing about work is the power of planning. Power of planning is very, very important. If we don't have a plan, it's merely a wish. It's not the power of a goal anymore. It's not the power of being able to get things done. It's merely a wish. We wish that we could do that. We hope that we can do that. We hope that we can get this done. We wish we could do this. Well, you know what? Stop wishing and start planning. The power of planning will help you get to that higher level of living that you're looking for. Now, another thing is that we've talked about how that we need to do the things that it takes in order to be able to get where we're going. Remember, it was a pretty good transition from the power of planning to being able to realize that you need to make the difference. You need to make the sacrifice sometimes. You need to make the sacrifice to be able to get to where it is that you want to go. And how you do that is that when you're going through your list, you're not just going through one list. What you're doing is you're taking each thing on that list and you're breaking it down to what it takes to make sure that that's accomplished. And sometimes we have to sacrifice something that might have been for that day so as to be able to accomplish that. That's why giving it a value is so very important, that power of planning. Now, here's what we're going to talk about for Friday. Friday is one of those days that we are often kind of like in a different mindset, right? We're not often into that work mindset. We're not often into that, that sick mindset. We're kind of like, we're a little bit hopeful, but at the same time, we're like, oh my God, thank God this week is over. Well, here's what I want you to think about. It's also where we do our workshop, right? We do a little bit of work in regards to this, right? Monday through Thursday, we really work hard to be able to bring home what it is that we're talking about. And then Friday, we kind of give you a little bit of an idea to work on for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, here's that. Stop judging yourself. When you're sitting there and you're judging yourself, you are taking your power away from you. When you are sitting there and you are judging yourself, you are not realizing what it is that is possible for you. You are not realizing, you are not thinking about what it is that is strong for you. You are not thinking about what it is that is emphasized for you from your strength. You are thinking about what it is that you can't do. You are thinking about what it is that you wish you could do. You are thinking about that what it is that you don't deserve. Well, I'm here to tell you, you deserve the power that's within you. You deserve that higher level of living. You deserve to be able to take on life's challenges as they are, even though you go through the different challenges that you go through, whether it be chronic pain, chronic illness, mental illness. You deserve to be able to reach your goals, to be able to crash through the ceilings. You deserve to be able to be who it is that you're meant to be, as opposed to who you might merely exist to be. You deserve that. And I'm here to tell you that. Because when I was going through my challenges and struggles, when I was dealing with the suffering that goes along with those things, I was judging myself on a daily basis. I was judging myself. It wasn't enough that I did this. It wasn't enough that I could do that. I had to do more. I had to do what's next. I had to do what was next on the list. And I wasn't really giving myself the value. I wasn't really giving myself that fullness of being able to achieve what it is that I did. Do you do that as well? Do you find yourself judging yourself while you're going through the things that you're going through? You know, the thing is that why we do that is because we feel a certain way. We feel vulnerable. We feel kind of open to judgment. And so if it's not being done by other people, we are right in line to be able to do it to ourselves. Stop judging yourself. Stop judging yourself, because what you're doing is that you are creating a roadblock for what it is that you are meant to get to. You are creating a roadblock for what it is that you are, your ability is able to get there. You really do have the ability, despite what it is that you're going through. You have a number of different things that are within you. You have a number of different traits, characteristics. You have a number of different skills to be able to get things done despite what it is that you're going through. Stop judging yourself. Stop tripping yourself into that. Remember, that's the old statement that I say, is stop tripping into your problems and start stepping into your solutions. When you step into your solution, you realize that judgment has no basis in your life anymore. Judgment is not there for you. It is not there to be helpful for you. It is only there to trip you up. It is only there to be able to get you from being where it is that you want to be. Judging yourself is not going to help you. Now, I know that when I grew up, I knew that I needed to judge myself. I knew that I had to be able to put myself and compare myself to other people and compare myself to other, ideas, and whether they be, dreams or whether they be realities. I knew that I had to judge myself. Well, here's the thing, what I didn't know. Judgment creates suffering. Judgment creates suffering. When you're sitting there and you're judging yourself, you are not being constructive, okay? When you're sitting there and you're judging yourself, you are not being productive. You are really teaching your mindset to be a certain way, and that is not enough or less than. You are teaching your mindset that you are not ready or that you are not able. Why? See, that's what happens when people sit there and they judge. They do it so as they think that is going to now propel them to where they want to be. But here's the thing. What they don't realize is while they're judging themselves, there is something called the subconscious that is sitting there waiting for you. The subconscious is taking in everything that you say and everything that you think and do. It is sitting there like a sponge. So when you are constantly judging yourself, when you are constantly saying, I can't do what it is that I used to be able to do. I wish I could do what it is that I used to be able to do. I used to be able to get this done. I used to be able to be like this. I used to laugh. I used to care. I used to have dreams. When you're sitting there and you're saying you used to, or I wish I could, or this or that, you're sitting there training that sponge to say that you're not that you don't have the ability, that you're not capable. You're training that sponge to do that, and that comes from judgment. Judgment is not there to help you. Judgment is not going to empower you. It's not going to release you from your suffering. In fact, it is going to keep you right there in the suffering mode. And that is what we are not trying to do here on Motivated Strength. Motivated Strength, using the optimal frame of mind, is to release yourself from the suffering. It's to release yourself from the pain. It's to release yourself from the illness. And I'm not talking about from your physical part. I'm talking about your mental capacity. I'm talking about what it is that's keeping you stuck. I'm talking about what's keeping you from being able to be who it is that you want to be versus what it is that you have finally just found yourself to exist to be from all the judgment that you have done up until now. Here's the thing. You can make a difference. And how we're going to do that is we're going to be talking about things like power. We're going to be talking about things like nurturing. We're going to be talking about things like judgment. We're going to be talking about these things. So join us again next week. I promise you, we are going to make a difference. This weekend, I want you to realize that when you start hearing yourself judging yourself, I want you to cut it and I want you to say, you know what? I see you there. We're not going to do that this weekend. We're not going to do that this weekend. And you just move on from it. You just move on from it and you do what it is that you can do. You do the best that you can do when you can do it. All right? Stop judging yourself. I promise you it's going to make a difference. Listen, we do this show Monday through Friday. We do this show so that you can start your day in a motivated, positive way. That way you can take on life's challenges as they are, but more importantly, as you are right now. This will help you be the best you that you can be, not only for yourself, but also for others. Listen, I hope you have an extraordinary day. We'll talk to you again next week.